Yo, I'm back with part two. For the support on part one. I didn't think many people would watch it, but it did way above my expectations, obviously. But let's get on with part two, and hopefully it does just as well. I also will try to release the other two like right away. I'm not even gonna play around this time and wait like 2 extra weeks or something. I'm gonna release it right away. So let's get on to today's video. Alright boys, for today's video we're covering Saba Odi Archipelago and Arlong Park Stage B. I think these two maps are the most problematic to play on because of how they're laid out. And hopefully by the end of this video you guys have an idea how to defend on these maps. Especially Saba Odi, I hate playing on this map. I usually just avoid this map because of how people play on it. So with this map, it's the thing that's really annoying about it is how it's laid out. It's hard to get to the middle sometimes because of the bubble mechanic. You only have two bubbles, so if both your teammates get on there and they get clapped, you gotta wait. I mean, the respawn time isn't bad for it, but I don't know, I just don't like the layout of this map. I wish it was better, or we have a better mode of transportation. Maybe the gondolas from Morijwa or something, I don't know. But the general idea for defending on this map, right? I would say you would need two defenders in the back at all times. Or you could have one guy that just constantly circles around from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom, while your teammates are in the middle trying to capture the C flag. And as a defender, you have the advantage against someone who's trying to jump over here to backcap you, because you could utilize your knockback skills. So for example, if in this video right here, this Zoro tries to jump on my side of the map and I knocked him back to the other side. This is really helpful if you want to prevent somebody. If you got to deal with two people in the back trying to backcap you at your spawn area. And as you can see, like, right there, two people were already trying to backcap me already. And I came down here to help my teammate. He was very vigilant, so I didn't need to really assist him. But I came down here to help stop the Shanks and the Dofi, but I got clapped. He's holding his own down there, so I ain't really need to help him, but it's alright. Alright, so one of my teammates is stuck in the middle, and what I gotta do now is go up there and assist him, hopefully to secure the middle flag while my teammates at the bottom defending. Now, if you have a defender in the back at all times, it's hard for the other teammates to backcap you. Especially depending on what defender you have over there. If it's like a Blackbeard, people might be intimidated by it and might not try to backcap you. So you got to use that to your advantage, man. If you have a Big Mom or a Blackbeard, just keep them in the back. I mean, it's kind of hard to communicate that, but hopefully this video reach a lot of people. But what you want to do is you want to always have people rushing in the middle, of course, and you always got to have somebody in the back just to keep an eye out for runners, because this is a runner's like heaven, I guess. This is the one map where runners will freaking dominate most of the time. Alright, so we managed to get, protect our flags and secure the middle. Now, my teammates are pushing. What I suggest is, I wouldn't want defenders on the other side of the map. It is an advantage to it, but like, just in case, the other team gets the team boost and you guys get wiped out, then one guy's left alive. I think runners and attackers should always push on this map to keep the enemies, from following us. I mean, coming on our side of the map. As you can see, like, two of my teammates get wiped out. The Dofi's already making a move for our flag over here. Good thing I was in the middle. I was able to stop him. And then my teammates are respawned. I gotta go right back to the middle. That's what you gotta do. You gotta rotate between flags. If you're the only one defending, you have to rotate between the flags in order to prevent your team from losing. And that's it. We pretty much managed to secure the treasure. This map is a very frustrating map to play on. I generally just avoid playing on it because of how people make playing on this map like annoying as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. They make you want to delete the game playing on this map half the time. But shouts out to these guys. The game, I didn't do much, but I made sure that they didn't, backcap us, and that's what matters. Alright, on to Arlong Park Stage B. Okay boys, we have Arlong Park Stage B. And you guys are probably wondering, what's problematic about playing on this map? Well, I think the objective, like, people don't really understand where you should go as a defender, I would say. So this this map has 2 flags in the middle, right? And because of the current meta, you have Shanks and Blackbeards. And what they do is or Kumas, they'll stay after a spawn and just pick anyone off that goes into the middle. The same thing works on my side of the map as well. So I think most people, they just let the runner go to the middle and the runner gets destroyed. So what I would suggest is that as a defender, you capture the first flag and then you head directly to those 2 flags in the middle, because those 2 flags are a lot closer to each other. So I would prioritize those 2 flags over, let's say, like B, because for the most part the enemy team is going to run there as well. So you could just go right to the middle, fill those treasure gauges, and for the most part just guard the treasure. You don't have to stay at the C flag, you would stay at D, because Blackbeard or Shanks will try to snipe you. So you have a chance of surviving if you stay at like the furthest flag. Now what I would suggest is for attackers, I would say an attacker should rush the spawn area over there at A to keep the enemies from pulling the runners out of the middle. But I could cover that more in the attackers guide. Alright, so I immediately went straight for the middle because it's 2 flags here compared to B that's sitting by itself. Now this is just one strategy, doesn't mean you guys have to do this. I'm just saying, you know, it's a good idea to try it to see if it works for you. Alright, that Luffy, I baited the crap out of him. See, right there, I tried to grab the flag, Blackbeard pulled me, but the good thing is that Crocodiles immediately started following after I got pulled. So while that Blackbeard skill is on cooldown, the Crocodile player is capturing the flag in the middle. Yo, bro, Crocodile is a really good like character. He's underrated, man. He survived all of these seasons. He's been out since like what, season 2? I think since season 2 or season 1. I'm not even sure. Alright, look. Perfect example right here. These 2 guys go to the middle, I grab both of them, clap them, and cap them moving basically. Alright, let's see. So far, we got the advantage right now. We don't really need to push, we don't need to do anything. What I will do is take out this Blackbeard right here, because I don't want him to, you know, cause problems later on. So. Alright, see, that Kaido's doing a good job by pushing them at their spawn flag, which keeps them from attacking us in the middle. I think attackers, on this map, attackers are underutilized, I would say, because they don't rush the spawn area over there. I don't say that all the attackers should do it, but one person should go over there to keep the enemies off of your teammates trying to go for the middle. Alright, as you see, Perron is already immediately. Once the doors open, then things get pretty dicey, because the opposite team will just run right to the middle and try to cap both the flags. So what you guys want to do is, as Blackbeard, once the gates open, you head straight for, I would say D, because most people run right for D as the gates open. Alright, we're in the lead right now, but at the last minute, you know, the other team could build momentum out of no fucking where, bro. And we lose. As you can see, look, 2 people already jumped on 1 flag. I'm trying to guard this flag, but I have to head directly to that flag. That's why I fill in the treasure gauge is so important, because if I didn't fill that, he would have capped it and we would have lost. But that's it. I think that's how you would defend on these maps. If you guys have any other ways of defending on these maps, please free to comment below. Also, I didn't cover the other maps like Alabaster Stage Night with the tornadoes, Drum Island, and Fishman Island. If you guys want me to cover that, I could cover that, but I didn't really see a point to covering them. And I think that's it.